I'm gonna need you to sit there and not be a distraction, okay? Just wanted to let you guys know that didn't work. She was in fact a distraction, but today's video is brought to you by Squarespace, my favorite platform for building a beautiful website online. Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys basically a week worth of lazy girl, healthy-ish girl dinners. This is honestly something that I started on my YouTube shorts, and I've kind of found a way to turn it into like a full-length video because I really love this series and I love girl dinners. Well, I guess technically, if you listen to like some of the people in my comment section, this is not a girl dinner. A girl dinner is literally 2 olives and a chip. Well, look, I'm a girl who likes to eat, so for me, that's not my girl dinner. In my opinion, a girl dinner is whatever you want it to be, just a girl eating whatever she wants. But don't tell the girl dinner police. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, these eyelashes are bothering me. I'm taking them off. I don't care. Now I'm naked. They were bothering me. I can't get through this full video with those eyelashes on. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I did do a series of 30 days without fast food, and I do want to tell you guys I did succeed in that series the second time around. I really just didn't vlog the entire thing. My mental health got in the way a little bit, which I can go more into depth talking about that in a different video. But I've been really trying not to eat out, so I feel like finding something that works for me and makes me consistent with cooking dinner has really been helping. That being said, I do want to say, like, in the background of some of these clips, you will see like I'll be watching an anime with my friends. We've been watching Nana together while I cook. I feel like it helps me get through the cooking process and not be so bored. So if you see that in the background, that is why. And another thing that has made me pretty consistent with cooking dinner every night or every other night would be HelloFresh. They are not the sponsor of today's video, but they do help me stay consistent with cooking dinners and giving me new recipes to try out. So some of these are HelloFresh meals. That being said, let's get into our first lazy girl, healthy-ish girl dinner. I've heard some people say that they don't like a candle lit when they're cooking because like the smell of the food and the candle mixed together isn't good, but I love lighting a candle when I'm cooking. I feel like overall it really just sets the mood. But tonight I am making a recipe from HelloFresh, which is turkey tacos. First, I cut up all my veggies. I'm starting with my green onion, which I separate the greens and the whites. I never knew about this before, but it makes so much sense because you can cook the whites, but when you cook the greens, they kind of taste weird. The greens are more so for a garnish, whereas the whites are actually cooked in the meal. After I cut all my veggies, which is very therapeutic by the way, then I'm gonna go in and cook my meat with the scallion whites. I also add a little packet of this Tex-Mex seasoning. This doesn't do very much, so it's still gonna need some salt and pepper, but obviously season your food with whatever you like. Sometimes I like to add garlic, onion powder. You can even add taco seasoning, which technically is what the Tex-Mex is, so I don't necessarily need that. Also with this recipe, it wants you to put the salsa and cook it in with the meat, which I've done before. It actually turns out really good. And here I am making a mess, of course, typical Sierra. Now with the tomatoes and some of the green onions that I cut up earlier, I'm gonna make this little, what is it called? Pico de gallo sauce, or salsa, whatever you want to call it, and squeeze some onion. I mean, lemon, squeeze lemon. I am literally so happy now that I got this lemon squeezer because before I would try to hand squeeze it and I would try to like filter out the lemon seeds and it was a no for me. So of course we warm our tortillas around here. So you're gonna want to get a cloth, like a paper towel, and wet it a little bit and then wrap it up, put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You can add more time if you need, but then they turn out really good. Now I'm just kind of dividing it. Me and my husband are both eating, so that's why I'm preparing 2 plates, and then I just go in with like the ground turkey, put that on the tortillas, add a little cheese. Cheese was not part of the recipe. I just decided to add that. Then I add the pico de gallo and then the crema, I think is what it's called. Don't say anything if I mispronounce that. I am so sorry, but it's like the Mexican sour cream, and here's how she looks. Here's me and Kevin's plate. I like to plate it with a little lemon on the side, and I put some Cholula hot sauce on top of mine as well, because y'all know I like that spice. And then squeeze your lemon on top. It's literally so good. It has a little bit of a sour taste. It's spicy. Honestly, I just love making taco meals. I feel like you can never go wrong with any type of tacos. Hard shell tacos, if you're doing a taco salad, no matter what it is, most of the time you're just scrambling meat and the rest of the ingredients don't take any cooking. You can do a little lettuce, a little sour cream, a little cheese, whatever it is that you want. Tacos are usually the easiest option. That's what I make when I'm feeling like a lazy girly, but you don't want to have to go out and get Taco Bell. And even though I did use a HelloFresh meal, all of these ingredients are super easy to find at the grocery store. It's literally salsa, ground turkey, tortillas. Like, these are all easy things to find anywhere. So this meal right here has been one of my favorite meal preps. If you cook it how I did, then you'll definitely have leftovers. I start with just some potatoes. I think these were the golden potatoes, and I washed them, obviously. Oh yeah, and in the background, me and my friends are watching Nana again, and also you can see my cat playing. Yeah, basically you're gonna wanna chop up those potatoes into little bitty squares. The reason I chose to chop them up so small is because I feel like the smaller they are, the more crispy they become. So for now, I'm just chopping. you chop up your potatoes, you're gonna wanna put them in a bowl. A mixing bowl would have definitely been better, but I chose this one instead. I just covered them in some olive oil, some salt, some pepper. Don't think I even added garlic. I probably should have, but then you do your little mixy mix, and I'm gonna cook these in the air fryer. You can cook them in the oven, but I just prefer the air fryer because it's quick, it's easy, and they're very crispy. And I take a pan, which I covered in aluminum foil. Makes the dishwashing process easier. Cover it in some chicken thighs, then take some seasonings and some olive oil, mix those up in a bowl. Then you're gonna take that mixture and literally just put it all over the chicken thighs. I really like chicken thighs because it's not hard to make them juicy. I feel like with chicken breasts, sometimes they dry out pretty easily. And while we wait on that, our potatoes are done. They're super crispy, yummy. I just love making potatoes like this. It kind of reminds me of breakfast potatoes. And when your chicken thighs are done, you're gonna wanna cut those into cubes as well. Also, I threw a bag of steamable broccoli in the microwave and everything's done. I love this for meal prepping. As I mentioned, this has been my favorite meal prep lately, and I say meal prep because this can literally be made in bulk. If you wanted to, you could chop up a whole thing of potatoes and feed a whole family, or feed yourself for like an entire week, depending on how much you like potatoes. Super easy. You literally just throw it in the oven, throw it in the air fryer. It's healthy-ish because, you know, we have the broccoli. The broccoli is steamed in the microwave. I get the Great Value brand. They're literally $1 for that entire pack. You can switch up the seasonings, and if you want, you could even get fancy and like add some orange chicken sauce. I don't know if you'd want orange chicken with potatoes, but if you're tired of like the traditional rice and chicken, try potatoes and chicken. Potatoes are not bad. I am tired of people saying that carbs are bad. Carbs are healthy. Carbs apparently give you energy. Sometimes I cut back the carb because I want to, but sometimes I eat the carbs because I want to. And another thing I love about this meal prep, you have tons of leftovers for those lazy girl lunches or lazy girl breakfasts. I mean, I don't judge. Also, I didn't show like how I plated it, but literally I just throw the potatoes, throw the chicken, and throw the broccoli in a bowl, mix it together, and then I add whatever sauce I want. Like I'll add a little guacamole salsa. I may add some ranch. If there's another day I'm wanting to spice it up, some hot sauce. I literally can't complain. You do a little chopping and it's done. I feel like this recipe looks complicated or bougie, but it's really not. Like when it's done, you definitely did something, but it was not much. So we're gonna start with all of our chopping. I chopped up some potatoes, some green onions, and also a little lemon. And while I did my chopping, I had some water boiling for my potatoes. After that, I chopped up some broccoli to bake in the oven with some salt, pepper, olive oil. Now I think how you pronounce this fish is barramundi. I don't know for sure, but I dried it off. They told me to season with salt, pepper, and paprika, so that is what I did. And I oiled a pan just to kind of sear the skin so that it could be flaky. I mean, not flaky, crispy. Then I oiled the pan and put the fish on. Now I'm gonna separate the broccoli and the fish, even though they should be done at the same time. You don't wanna risk cross-contamination. And while that cooks, I'm gonna brown up some of those scallion whites, some butter. That's gonna go on top of the fish and on top of the potatoes. Speaking of potatoes, I'm just chopping up my potatoes. I keep the skin on, I'm fine with that. I'm fine if my potatoes are a little chunky because I like them like that. And what did I tell y'all? It was gonna look fancy at the end. Put some scallion greens on top. This looks like restaurant food. Like it literally looks like it came fresh from a restaurant. I did my thing with that meal and you cannot tell me that I didn't. Like I said, it's a HelloFresh meal again. So if you can't find that fish, you can literally get any other fish at the store. Get tilapia, get salmon. Fish is a great source of protein, and it also has some extra goodies and stuff in it that I'm not aware of, but I just know it's good for you. I love eating fish. And these meals are just very simple. The mashed potatoes, simple. You can even get instant mashed potatoes. I don't know, there's something in my freaking eyeball. Don't judge what I'm doing right now. Probably leftovers from those eyelashes I yeeted off of my face. I'm actually concerned, but the video must go on. Oh my god, what is this? I'm too lazy to get up, so I'm using my phone camera as a mirror. Once again, I'm being an advocate for potatoes because potatoes are good, so eat them. Okay, y'all are gonna judge me for this last meal, but when I'm feeling very, very lazy, this has been my go-to. Now, y'all might be like, Sierra, this isn't healthy. Sierra, this isn't blah, 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 blah. Look, it's called Lazy Girl Healthy-ish Girl Dinners. The ish is for this meal right here, especially. I always randomly, like once or twice a month, will crave McDonald's fish sandwiches. Are McDonald's fish sandwiches good for you? No. Also, we're not supporting McDonald's right now, so what do you do when you're craving a McDonald's fish sandwich? You make this. Like I said, this is a judgment-free zone. So like I said, I take out my frozen fish patties. Yes, they're frozen. frozen, don't cancel me. But what's a little bit more healthier about these is that they were previously air fried. They were never actually fried in oil. So I tossed them in the air fryer for about 13 minutes. Then I go in with my buns, which I use the keto buns. As you guys know, I'm insulin resistant, so I try to cut back on carbs as much as I can. It's usually just bread that like I get really sick from and pasta. Anyways, I put the little fish patties on there, and yes, I go in with the plastic cheese. The plastic cheese makes it taste good. Don't judge me. Then we chuck it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. You know, you don't want the bread to be soggy. Go in with some tartar sauce on one side, and then with the other side, you're gonna put mayo. And that is our McDonald's dupe fish sandwich. Yummy. Now don't judge me. That sandwich was good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've had it for the past 2 to 3 nights. I'm adding more fish to my cart right now because I need more, and I'm still gonna have this every day when I don't feel like cooking. Judge me all you want, but it's good. Don't knock it till you try it. If you're a McDonald's fish sandwich girly, then you're gonna love it. Before we go, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. As you guys know by now, Squarespace is one of my favorite platforms for building a website online. They have so many different features and tools to customize your site, and here are some of the ones that I love. As you guys know by now, one of my all-time favorite features on Squarespace is the fact that they have custom templates. You also have the choice to build your own template, which is what I decided to do today. Everything about your site is fully customizable down to your brand colors, the font, and anything else you need for your website. Squarespace has the tools you need to get started. If you're thinking about starting an online store, you can sell physical or digital products all within Squarespace. You can also use Squarespace to keep track of all of your orders, analytics, traffic, and sales. If your business calls for it, you can also use Squarespace to create invoices. I think this is really cool because you can send this directly to your clients, and most platforms that I've been on try to charge you separately to use templates like this. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/sierra.ann to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys like these meals. Definitely let me know if y'all want this to be a series. I can do this more often. Just let me know down below. But thank you for watching. Love you guys.